Pickaxe.
Hello and welcome to 0 Degrees, the podcast with no qualifications where we solve your complications. I'm Harry and I'm joined by Lydia and Ravs. How are you guys doing?
I'm pretty good.
Pretty good. Is anyone hungover?
No.
Okay, let's see if this counts. Okay. So
You told me.
Times in a fucking row.
I still have I still honestly think I have a headache from Saturday night.
Oh shit.
really?
Okay. So you didn't
Yeah.
go out drinking last night.
Well, I went out for 3 drinks. I don't feel hungover. I went home early. I had
Free drinks is certainly the barrier,
I had
right?
3 pints. The next time I'm tired, I'm going home. I went home. I went in my bed and I woke up at like 3 a.m. and I've been awake ever since. So I feel a little.
Fuck.
I feel a little.
I don't understand why you just didn't go back to sleep.
Well, I was in my bed and rolling around and I couldn't do it. And I was like, I've not seen Last of Us. I'll get up and watch The Last of Us and shit like that.
My
So.
God.
So wait,
You know,
did
I've
you
just
fall
been
asleep
awake.
the moment you got home then?
Yeah,
Was it really
pretty
early?
much. I got straight home. I think it was about 10 o'clock. And I was just like, bedtime. So I was just exhausted at a long
The thing
day.
is, I have done that a couple of times, right? And it feels like such a good idea being like, oh, I'm just going to go to bed at like 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just wake up at like 4 or 3 in the morning and I'm like,
Yep.
what the fuck is this? Why am I awake?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at today. So I wouldn't say I'm hungover, but I
been a
did
bit
drink
rough.
last night.
I mean,
feel like
tiredness
I'm-
must be hitting you a little bit.
Yeah, I have stuff to do after this today as well. It's grim. It's
Oh,
grim. I've
Ravs.
literally just finished a TTT recording as well.
Let's make it a nice one for Ravs then, Lydia.
Nice and gentle.
Nice and gentle for our boy
No,
Ravs.
I can take it. I can handle it. I'm a warrior.
First question is about pegging.
Yes. That's
Oh.
Rav's speciality. He fucking loves a pegging.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Speaking of which, we actually do
positive.
have a question about pegging, so I guess we'll just jump into
Let's
it.
just do it.
Oh no,
Fuck
how
it.
are you guys? You guys okay? I whined a lot about myself. Are you guys all right?
Yeah.
I'm doing grand.
Good.
Any hangovers from you two?
No,
No.
fresh
No-
as a
no
goddamn
pinkies,
daisy.
nothing? Nada?
Nothing. I'm good.
Ravs, I'm living my best life over here.
Well, how you been? You've been a little good behaved boy doing your Vault Hunters. Like, you just go home and
It's
play
kept me
Vault
off the
Hunters.
streets.
It has kept you off the streets.
Kept him away from the needle.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. I really love drinking and going out with friends, but it's also nice to like reserve that. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And now it
Yeah.
feels like a special treat, which is really fun.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it quite as much.
Yep.
Because I
I
feel
feel
like
you.
I've certainly done the years of just endless every night, and it just blurs. It all blurs. Life blurs. It's fun, but yeah, it blurs. So it's good, it's good not going out as much. How about you, Lids?
I'm thinking about changing my ways, to be honest. I'm having a bit of an epiphany at the moment
Okay.
where I realise that I maybe need to act my age and
Oh,
take
that's a-
care of myself.
Oh,
So I don't know if I need to start doing that. I feel like I should.
what do you mean when you say that?
I don't like be sensible. Eat
does that
fruit and
mean?
veg.
What does that mean?
What does
Don't
that
get
mean?
absolutely fucking wankered at every given opportunity.
Yeah.
Have a couple of drinks and head home. Don't stay out all night. Like, wake up fresh as a daisy. Maybe go for a walk. Take care of myself.
I got to say, that's one I don't miss, is doing like the 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. mental drinkathons. They do just destroy you. Like, you guys were messed up.
Yeah.
I wasn't too
After
bad.
your
I
last
wasn't
one.
too bad.
But even just the day afterwards, like
Well,
not even
I-
the 2 days after, the day afterwards is just a complete
Oh,
blowout.
yeah, that is.
I don't do shots, and Luke was like, Luke, my editor, was like, let's commemorate the start of our beautiful new friendship because I'm starting a YouTube channel, and he was like, well, let's get some shots, and we ended up taking shots till like 5 in the morning.
Jesus
Great. So that YouTube channel
Christ.
was already in the red.
yeah, it's a downward dip. I think Luke is still feeling sad as well. I honestly, drinking is evil.
It's evil, and I'm changing my ways, and I'm becoming a good Christian girl. No more
That's
booze
not
for me.
happening. That is
I'm
not happening.
teetotal now. From this
Teetotal.
moment forward.
I like.
I love that Lydia was like, I want to, slow down. And Miraz was like, what? We're like such terrible friends. Like, what? No.
Why won't you
fucking
support
dumb.
me? Why won't you support my life change?
There is
It's a
no
crab
support
pot.
here.
It's a crab pot. No one gets out.
Yeah.
No one gets out.
Trapped. I'm falling into the barrel of cider. Help me.
No, but I think that's like, I feel like as long as you have that mindset going on a little bit all the time, it slowly gets better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all about subtle changes, not suddenly. Like we talked about whole New Year's resolutions things, right? Like if you suddenly go, I'm never going out again, I'm never having alcohol ever again, then 2 weeks later you're bored out your fucking mind and you go out on a fucking mad one. Whereas if you just cut back a bit and you sort of make some changes and
a little bit here and there is more effective.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Anyway, he wants to get wankered tonight. I'm fucking gagging for a pint or 9. Not really. I'd rather die.
I'm actually forgetting what we're talking. I don't know if it's the alcohol or just podcasting in general. I'm forgetting what we've talked about on the podcast. So I completely forgot that we talked about New Year's resolutions.
I think it is slightly the fact the podcast is a bit of a fever dream sometimes.
Yeah.
And every week we forget the episode number. This is episode number 34, guys. This is
it's 34 today. 34. 34.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
34.
34 is so young, though. It's a very young number.
We're nearly at the anniversary. That's wild.
Oh my God.
When's our anniversary?
When is our anniversary? When did we start this?
How many weeks are in a year, Lydia?
What was our
The
maiden
podcast is
voyage?
going up pretty much weekly.
Well, when will it be? When can we celebrate?
What was the first? Well, we recorded it obviously at a different time to when it first went out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the date of what is our anniversary?
I'm
Isn't this so
scrolling
bad?
through our channel to see if I can find it. Wait, YouTube. YouTube would be good for this, right?
I mean,
Wouldn't
I'm
it?
just going
it
on
went live on the
Spotify.
day, right?
Oh yeah, Spotify.
It was someday in May.
Was it
Fuck,
May?
it's not far off.
Oh my God, me.
It's around the bloody corner.
It is round the bloody corner. Fuck. What are we gonna do?
Oh,
That's
we have
crazy.
to do. Oh,
We'll have
let's
to do
do
something big.
We'll do a live show, from.
We'll do it.
No, wait, I don't promise. That was a lie. It's a lie.
I mean, that would.
We're gonna sell out the Albert Square.
The Wembley Arena. Come see
The
us at the
Wembley
O2.
Arena. Let's go.
I would love to do this
The
live.
O3.
The free, aka Harry's basement. Come see us.
It's just us in a chair. One chair.
One
You can
chair,
watch
one
it if you want.
Man.
One day I would like to do a live show. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah,
Fuck,
one
I
day
just
live
feel like we're gonna
podcast.
get heckled so much.
I'm so
if we ever do a
sensitive, I
live
can't
show,
handle it.
listeners, please don't come and heckle us. That's
Please
my
be
biggest
nice.
fear. They're
But
like,
we
Harry,
literally
that's fucking
want-
shit advice.
We literally want them to shout at us, though. We want them to tell us their problems.
Yeah, in a lauded manner, not like
True.
mid-convo.
Yeah, be kind. We're all sensitive. We're all thin and weak and skinned. Shitty.
There's one thing I am not, Lydia, and it's thin.
I was trying to say thin-skinned.
I'm the
but
juiciest MILF on the block.
I was
Oh,
trying
dear.
to say thin-skinned, but I just like blended all my words together until it didn't make sense anymore.
Have you guys done much stage show stuff? Have you done much stuff on stage?
Done a couple of bits. Imagine Lydia's done way more than I have, presenting and stuff.
Yeah, I've done a bunch of presenting
Yeah.
stuff.
I just find it so nerve-wracking. Don't you find it so scary?
Yeah.
Especially
it
when
is.
they put like the Britney mics on you and stuff like that. Like, that's intimidating.
I feel like people have like fight or flight responses to that, and like lots of people are like, "Yeah, I love it. Like, let's go." And I'm just like, "Why the fuck am I here? Let me leave."
I want to go. I want to go. I want to go.
I want to go home.
Like I see the. Sorry, Rev.
On you go.
I was to say, I see the esports presenters, and I think, God, that must be fucking terrifying. Like in front of all of those people, commentating live on something, filling air, chatting to people, interviewing, like that terrifies me. Doing that kind of stuff is really scary.
It's a skill I'd love to have, but I just also have no desire to try and practice and learn it.
I think the more we do it, the better we'll get at it. Like, because I certainly feel like having done a couple of them now, I'm like, okay, I'm certainly better at going up there now. But like the first time I did it, I was like deer in the headlights, like terrified.
Was
Do you know
that?
what- do you know what's interesting? I used to get scared doing Jingle Jam. Like a long
Yeah,
time
same.
ago. Like I used to get quite
Yeah.
nervous doing. And I don't get nervous for Jingle Jam anymore.
No, you just get used to it. But yeah, at the beginning, it's terrifying. You know, you're aware that there's so many people
There's
watching.
so many, and it's so important.
Yeah.
Like it's such an important
Absolutely.
moment to not tit up. So I feel like that's like a proof of like it does get better, right? Doing something more and more does get better.
Definitely. But I guess with Jingle Jam, there's a disconnect because you're still technically just in a room. Whereas
Yeah.
when you do live stuff, like fucking, you know what terrified the shit out of me? YogCon, when me and Booth did painting in front of those people, the people watching, they were lovely. And it was quite like, it wasn't the main stage. It was just like a smaller thing outside, and it started raining. So lots of people left to go inside. I don't blame them. But that was so nerve wracking. Just being
Yeah.
able to see all these people watching in real time and just being like, like I definitely felt deer in the headlights during that. I felt really like shy.
Yeah, it's really. I don't know. It is one of those things I'd love to be good at, but I just find it so terrifying.
YogCon main stage terrified the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that
It
cause so
felt
many
so
people.
big. And,
Yeah.
like, there were like massive lights on and stuff.
And it is they were the greatest audience you could ever ask for. Supportive,
absolutely.
you know, loving. They're Yognauts. They're good people, but it was fucking. It's so
Oh
sketchy.
no! I had to do Twitch sings outside, but like without sips.
Oh my god!
you? Oh, I'm so sad I missed
I had
that.
to fly solo and I had to sing to people. I was like, "This is literally the worst experience of my life." Who
That
booked
is
this?
And you weren't
insane.
even drunk.
I was not even drunk. I was like downing a beer. Like, please,
Please, Lord,
help.
please. And we must have not been particularly known each other at that point, because if I'd known you, I'd have been heckling the shit out of you.
Oh, I would have hated that.
You
Fuck's
suck.
I'm interested. Do you guys ever get nervous to go live? Like,
For big things, yeah. Like, when I was on high rollers, that scared the shit out of me. I was in the office, like, I'm scared. I'm really scared to go in this room right now.
yeah.
And like, I did Miko's interview once. That was scary as hell.
Yeah.
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 But it's just sitting there on my own, not really.
No.
No.
Yeah, pretty much same. I think I'm okay now just doing it like whatever normal streams that I'm used to. But if I do anything which is out of my comfort zone, like even I did a Skyrim board game stream the other day, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. But I was nervous before it began because board games aren't like my forte, and I was thinking like, what if I'm shit? What if I do, fuck this up for everyone? What if I'm not entertaining? So it's definitely when you're out of your comfort zone.
There's something also to being said when you don't have your hands on the like production side of it. Be able to be like, I'm just gonna fucking
Take a
go on a
break.
break. Just I mean, I can just like do. I have full control to just do whatever. Whereas
Yeah.
when you're like a little bit out of control, it's a little bit like,
It's scary.
Can we,
yeah.
can we have a break, please? Break.
yeah,
I'll take
yeah,
a break.
yeah.
I'll go to pee. Raz, did you do the like? Was it like MCM or X?
EGX.
No, what
I
was I
did
say?
an
EGX.
EGX stage show. Yeah, that was
How
kind of
was
weird
that?
as well. They Britney mic'd me up and they had to play the most infuriating game of Play It Up ever because Joe just decided it was trolling time.
Oh no.
And it was just a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. Like, I hated it.
Yeah.
Those stage shows I always find so like weird because usually if you're in a giant convention hall, no one can actually hear what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah.
It's such a strange environment to like go and make content. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sometimes
it's
it can be
sort of
really weird.
clinical, kind of weird.
Yeah.
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 It doesn't
it's a
feel very
strange one.
relaxed or like hangouty.
No,
Like
not at
No,
all.
not at all.
no. So maybe we'll do a 0 degree. I mean, we've just felt like I feel like we've just talked ourselves
slacked
fucking
it
out
off.
of it.
No, I'm super into it. Like 0 degrees live. That feels like we'd be in control of that. Whereas like things like EGX and stuff is just like it feels so put on. You know.
I'd love for us to do it in like a small like bar somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like with
perhaps
like 50
a
people.
certain
Do like a
one
little
in Bristol.
bar or something.
Yes.
There's one in Bristol that might be called a similar name to ours.
Shares our name.
Yes.
Yeah.
0
That I
degrees
wa-
live
I
at 0
walked by.
degrees.
Yeah, we should do 0 degrees live at 0 degrees.
Sorry
That'd
about
be
that,
amazing.
live at 0
That's
degrees.
0 degrees.
But I feel like that at that point it more becomes like a recording where we're just doing it in private. Do you know what I mean? Less so like a live show.
Yeah.
I feel like that's cool.
Some people could be there, you know, and
Yeah. I guess we've never recorded in the same room together,
No.
True, we
We're
haven't
always
actually.
in separate recording rooms.
Yeah.
which is kind of interesting. Maybe we
Yeah.
should do one.
I think we should do that. That'd be a
Fucking
that
do
could be a
one.
special one. Oh my god, that's the 1 year special.
We all go in the same room. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the gag. Wow.
That's it.
They're
Wow,
in the
can you
For
believe
all the
it?
podcast listeners, this is such a massive change.
Guess we could do it live from the like big room in the office, and we're together. And also maybe we get a really famous celebrity on for our 100th.
Oh my God, yeah,
that'd
like
be easy,
Barack
right?
Obama.
Is Barack Obama busy? Like, is he doing anything?
I'm
He's
sure
no longer
he's
president.
not
I'm sure he's got
working
time.
anymore, is he?
Yeah.
He's probably got a load of free time. Get Obama over here. Why not?
Come
I'll
on,
send him a
Barbie.
DM. Doesn't he follow the Oscars? Just send him a DM.
He does follow the Oscars.
Oh, DM him. Get him DM'd.
Hey.
All right, let's do a question.
Yeah, I was promised pegging. Where's the pegging?
Oh yeah, all right, pegging.
I had to lube you up. I had to warm you
Oh, yeah,
up.
fair. Sorry, you cannot skip
With some-
foreplay.
Yeah, some conversation beforehand.
Yeah.
Let's get into it then. Here we go. Question 1. So me and my girlfriend have been together for about 2 years. We have a great sex life and an amazing communication, and we've been experimenting quite a lot using the rule of try most things once. We've discovered that she actually enjoys being dom, and I like being sub to her. So we occasionally switch to take them roles. She's recently expressed an interest in trying pegging. Whilst I'm certainly not against the idea, I was wondering your perspective on this and if there are any major pitfalls to be aware of. This is the least qualified I've ever felt to answer a question. This is like a fucking uni degree. Motherfucker, I got no qualifications in this department.
What you mean? You don't peg every night, all night long, Harry?
Sadly, Lilia, sadly not.
What?
I mean, I feel like it's, they're in that like still early 2 year into relationship honeymoon phase. Just the sex is just flying. There's just everything's happening.
Trying
It's just
everything.
clapping. Just everyone's cheeks are getting clapped.
Wait. Did I brain fart there? Have you been pegged, Harry? Is that what we were talking about?
Yes,
No.
he said every night, every single night.
Okay.
That's the only way he can get off is being pegged.
I'm pretty comfortable with my sexuality. I'm pretty comfortable with, what I like. I just don't feel like pegging hits on that list. There's something about it that I don't think it makes me want to retract as a human and not be excited as a human. Do you know what I mean? Do you get that?
No.
Rabs?
No, I don't.
Rabs is no smirk right now.
No.
Rabs loves pegging him. Okay, Rabs, you got to fill us in.
I've actually have not been pegged yet, but I know that I would love it.
You know that you would love it.
Really?
Wow, okay.
Ooh.
Well, there is a part in a man's bum that feels pleasure.
There's logic behind this. There's science.
There's actual science behind it.
Yeah.
So
And I personally, a submissive man, so
I rate the just frankness around it. Have you is this something you've tried to raise with some partners in the past? Is this obviously that it can be like, I think probably most people would
I've said it and people think it's a joke, and I need to actually be like, no,
no, this is real. Lydia's face is great. I don't know if her cam's frozen or if she's just in shock.
Or she's just in shock.
Sorry, I just froze. All I saw was Harry, Raz being like, I'm like, yeah, I want to be pegged, and then everything froze. God.
Fuck's sake.
Well, you need to get the ball rolling, Ravs. It sounds
Do
like
I have to? What? I don't know the etiquette. Do I have to buy the strap on? Is that how that works?
I think so.
I think so.
It is.
Yeah,
I
you can't
think
expect
it
them
is.
to buy it.
That's a fucking.
fair.
That's two asks in one. So
Buy
can you
me a
peg me,
strap-on.
and can you go buy the strap on as well?
Okay, you know what? Fair. Maybe I have to buy a strap on.
Yeah, and just
Lydia, has a man ever approached you and requested such an act?
Have you pegged anyone?
Sorry, the internet's going kind of crazy. Okay, so have I pegged anyone?
No, well, I mean, it doesn't have to be have you pegged anyone. What has anyone ever asked you to peg them? To keep some bits of your private life private.
That's true, actually.
I'll give you the nice question, not
Yeah.
the. Sorry, mate, you fucking pegged anyone, Lydia? Can you give us a gruesome detail about the pegging experience?
Sorry, I was just being too open about my pegging dreams.
Histories and aspirations. No, I don't think I've ever been. No one's ever asked me to peg them. There's certainly people that have had interest, like Ravs, that have interest in that area of their body, but never like a full-on put a strap on and go to town on me. It's always been, I thought, God, it feels too much. It's always just, there's lots of people have curiosity about that area, but I've never been asked to perform the full deed. Oh my God.
I agree, Lydia. I'm on that vibe because that for me, that is quite. There's quite a few steps and layers below that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's multitude of experimenting. I think that probably happens before you reach what is penetrative pegging.
6-inch dildo.
It's
Well, I
quite.
don't know how big. Whatever Ravs is into, I don't know.
I just imagine like a table leg. Joey just like, brah, brah.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I wouldn't be. Wait, would I be? I don't know. Would I want to do it to someone?
Henry Cavill walks in.
Oh.
He puts down his warhammers and he's like, "Peg me."
Yeah, go on then.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Yeah, all right.
Fuck it.
Try everything once. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think this guy should get pegged.
Yeah, I think you should get pegged. You
peg
literally
that
said,
man.
"Try everything once, my man." Time to get on your knees.
Fucking hell.
But he says, wait, this is why I'm saying not against the idea. I was wondering your perspective on this. And if there's any major pitfalls to be aware of. Are there any major pitfalls?
That's such a weird
Get some
phrasing.
lube and a strap on. Apparently, you have to buy the strap on.
You've got to buy the strap on.
Yeah.
God, there's so much stuff I can talk about now, but I just don't know how far we can go in this podcast.
I'm happy for you to take it as far as you're comfortable with. It comes down to you being comfortable to talk about it,
you.
but it's up to you, Lydia. You can say whatever you want.
I just feel like there are certain things you have to be aware of before you go into doing something like that.
Clean your ass.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly. Yes.
Clean your ass. Make sure you have a very clean ass.
Very clean ass, and I guess I would say start small. Don't go too crazy at first.
Yeah.
No table legs.
No table legs. What else? You might shit.
That could happen.
Just be aware.
Not wrong.
I mean, you probably, you might not as well. It's just something to keep in your
Just
mind.
be careful.
Just be careful.
Be careful, be slow, be
Yeah.
gentle.
Yeah.
Maybe have like
Be
a towel
kind.
below you.
Yeah.
Like to catch everything.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Do you know what? I got so much. I'm just thinking back to when we last talked about some kind of anal sex play on this podcast. The amount of people that wrote in with like hate mail. Like not like quite death threats, but like hate mail
Like we're trying to-
about my bum take, and I was just like, I'm done. I don't want to give a bum take on this.
What was
I'm
your bum
retracting.
take that made people so angry?
I don't fucking know. I think my bum take was like, not everyone has to do it, and then all these people who love anal were just like, what the fuck?
I guess some people feel very strongly about it. So.
Yeah, that's great. I'm happy for them. I'm super happy for them.
Was it Raps? Was Raps sending you hate?
I think Rams is sending me hate mail, like, peg me, bitch.
Hey, the relationship you have with your own bum is sacred and should be respected.
I'm intrigued though, Raz. If you manage to reach this kind of new level, this new sexual elevation,
Okay.
will you be coming back to share us?
Oh, he'll
in
be
on the-
coming.
Do you guys
back.
want a peg update? Like if I ever achieve peg Hala, like do you guys want?
Yeah, I want to know.
Absolutely.
The update.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
of course I do.
Depending how it goes, like if it turns out like I shit everywhere and stuff like that, or,
Hey,
like,
then
or it's
you
like,
have to
or it's
share
like
it.
if it's like unplugging a dam, like maybe I'll share that. But like
yes. Well, that's the best kind of story. That's what we want to hear.
maybe
That's
you know
how we
what?
get
Let's
the advertisers.
see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. This might take a while, but you know, one day keep listening to the podcast.
No, that's it. I
you'll
just
get
like
the peg
episode,
update.
215. We finally get
Guys,
Rams's
the
pegging
peg-
experience.
You know what? Oh, the episode will be called the peg update when it
peg
happens.
update.
Okay. Look forward to it. It's going to happen. Okay.
Sounds great. Good luck to this person
Good luck.
and couple. I don't know.
Do it. Go.
fun.
Let us
get
know how
pegged.
it goes, I guess.
Have a good one. Have a
Send
good
us a peg update.
I do feel like some bit of this podcast is people just forcing us to participate in their sexual fantasies. I do feel like that is like, I am just like a weird slut now where I have to just listen to the people's sex things. Oh well.
All right. Next
Don't mind
one. Moving on. Enough of pegging. Last week, my boyfriend used the phrase, we're Gucci, in a text message. Major ick. So the question is, what gives you lot the ick, either in general or in a prospective romantic partner? Harry, I feel like you say we're Gucci.
I say we're Gucci a little bit.
You'd be icking
Yeah.
this person out.
I think I've also said we're Gucci before. I think I've said that.
Yeah, I like.
Major icking.
I like slang. I'm like a big enjoyer of slang. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's
Yeah.
fun. Words are fun. It's fun to use silly words, use silly combination of words.
I swear I've said like we're Gooch as well. Just like a short Gucci. We're Gooch.
Gotta go.
That pegging's always on, always on Rams's mind. Come on, we can be Gooch right now. You can be so deep in my Gooch right now.
Oh my God. Because you're the meme master, Harry. So if there's a slang to be said, Harry's saying it.
What gives you guys the ick, though?
I'm trying to
Like,
think.
is there words or things that gives you the ick?
Now, to be clear, I feel like the actual definition of ick is something which is very kind of like random and small, right? It's not like if
It's
someone's
like-
arrogant, I get the ick because
No,
that's
no, no.
you know, it's things like when he.
Picking your nose could be an ick. It could be like, oh, that makes me it makes me like.
But then sure, that's a
feel
given.
grim.
If anyone picks a nose, everyone's
For sure, you wouldn't do picking nose, but I mean, it'd be something like that. Like,
I'm going to look up, okay, the Urban Dictionary definition of ick. Okay, Urban Dictionary defines it as when you think you like them, but then you suddenly catch the ick. From then on, you can't look at that person in the same way. You just get progressively more and more turned off by them. Weirdly, and maybe for no reason in particular, you're grossed out by them.
When people type XD, it really infuriates me.
Dude, I
hate
literally just
XD.
thinking that.
Yeah, but some people I know type XD and I like them. So like,
same actually.
I-
Yeah.
yo, what's up?
I've come to like accept XDers, but like secretly deep down when someone types an XD, I'm like, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, I hate XD as well. I'm so sorry to everyone that I know that does that.
oh, but
but
there's some irony in it. That's what I find joy in. You know, it takes you back to like 2007 internet.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
it's a
there's some-
throwback.
It's some throwback. What gives me the ick? Oh, fuck. I feel like there's a lot of things that like trigger me a little bit, but I don't know if I classify them as an ick. I feel like your definition of ick was quite strong from Urban Dictionary. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like I would use the word ick a bit lighter than that. I'm like, oh, that gives me the ick, but it's not a big
Yeah.
deal. Urban Dictionary
Yeah.
makes it sound like you fucking
Yeah.
now hate that person.
Yeah, I think like the ick is something like kind of minor, right? It's like it's about like, oh, I didn't like that. That's kind of grim.
Yeah.
Okay, I've looked them up online, so I've found some examples of what people would refer to as an ick.
Okay.
So, men with no socks on and short jeans and a nasty veiny ankle is an
Yeah,
ick.
that's do you know what? I do get the ick a little bit at like, you know, like your standard like fit and haircut for like a young boy in England going clubbing.
Yeah.
That gives me the fucking ick. Just like super tight skinny jeans, white t-shirt, short back and sides, just like has a look about them where just like, if I like dropped your WKD, you'd probably like have a fight with me and stab me.
Probably
like,
stab me.
Joe, just like, I feel like I look at that and I'm just like, we have, there's nothing that's going to go on here that's going to be like a positive communication moment.
Right, I got you. That's an ick. That's an
When
ick.
I was back in Scotland, I met up with some friends and they were chatting about things that gave them the ick, but I wish I could fucking remember them. And they're also not things that give me the ick, but it was just like, one of them was like people that say they're off on their holly bobs.
Oh, holly bobs. I say that by accident
Yeah.
sometimes.
Like,
It just
I
slips
guess
out, I
that,
mean,
yeah,
too.
that one is kind of annoying. Off on me holly bobs, like, fuck.
Oh, this isn't an ick. It just annoys me when people do it. And I don't know if you guys do it. Wait, there's a couple of things that that people do that annoy
Okay.
me. When people say they can't be asked instead of they can't be asked.
Oh,
So-
that's annoying.
So the say it's meant to be right. Oh, I can't be asked to do that. But
Yeah.
I've got people. I know people that will write it down as I can't be asked to do that. I can't be
but-
asked, and it's like what? That's not. That's not
Do you
what.
know what?
That's not it.
That reminded me of an ick I actually have, which is people who fake swear. Like,
What the
either just
frick?
what the frick, man? And it's like, well, everyone knows you just basically said fuck. Like, just say fuck or don't say it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like it's so dumb to me. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just you're basically like, what the fuck? And it's like, well, you basically have just said fuck. Just say it, or don't. Just remove the words from your vocabulary.
Yeah.
That's like a big ick for me. Like fake swearing, I think is super cringe.
Oh, poor Sarah. Sarah's
The-
crying now.
Yeah, fuck you,
There's
Sarah.
nothing
Frick you,
wrong
Sarah.
with this, but like the sentence structure, the thing is that really
Yeah.
bothers me.
Thing is
like that
that-
really
oh, I
makes
think
me
I
angry.
do that. I
The
think I
thing
do
is that it's like fuck you. You said is twice in a row, you prick. Fuck off.
Oh,
I know, and it's completely understandable, but it annoys me.
Some people do have their like vocabulary is literally 50% like, and I just did it because I was trying to put the word in like into a sentence.
Yeah.
But it's so when literally you can't talk to anyone in this bathroom. It's just like, and it's like, oh, fuck
Yeah.
me, just fucking say the words.
I'm bad for being an ummer. I a lot. I'm like,
I'm a liker. I say like a lot.
It's something that I was trying to like fix in my vocabulary a little bit, like a year or two ago, was just being happy to just pause and just think about what I want to
What you
say
wanted
instead
to
of
say.
feeling like I need to say it. So I need to work on more, but I think it's like a good thing to try and practice is just being like, I'm just
Harry,
going
I
to
don't want to
here
say,
and
but you
think.
just said the word like twice in that sentence.
For sure, that's it. Because I've got it in my fucking brain to say it.
You know,
I do it too.
I hate tat. Like, you know, like people that have like way too many plushies and shit, or like just
like Funko
I've got a
Pops.
lot of tat.
yeah. I'm just not a tat person. You know,
Quite
it's
like
like,
tat.
I actually no,
actually.
I don't say that. I have a fair amount of tat, but it's nicely ordered and well kept. So I feel like that's the level when it's just tat for the sake of having tat and it just sprawls
Yeah.
everywhere. Whereas like nicely arranged tat, I think is good.
like being streamers, we get it sent to us sometimes. Like, and I love being sent stuff; it's amazing. But like now in my stream setup, people will see like I have a little milk tank, which I love. I love my little milk tank. I've got a little Among Us. I've got a little seal. I've got Jungle's Cog from IKEA. It's like, oh my god, so many plushies. Like, oh,
Honestly, we're lucky though having the office almost as like a tap barrier.
it is.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like not much manages to make it home for me because the office is a good just like filter of do you actually want this thing? Like
Yeah, I got some tat right here.
Oh,
What the fuck? Like-
is that a skateboard?
yeah,
it's got a
like,
skateboard deck.
I got sent a skateboard deck from a game company. Like that's what I mean when people send tat. They send you like boxes and stuff.
Right, promotional tat, which is
Yeah.
stuff you're just
Which
never
is
going to
like,
use.
it's like fun, but like,
Yeah.
what am I going to do with a skateboard?
I
like,
don't-
it doesn't have
I
any
don't take that
fucking
stuff home
wheels on
anymore.
it. It's just literally
Yeah.
a board. I thought two more. I hate it when. So this is more just grammatical like things that piss me off. Apparently, when people say on accident instead of it happened by it happened by accident, people say it happened on. I'm trying to think what the sentence
I don't
is.
think I've even ever
On
said
accident. There's a thing
On
that people
accident.
say. Whatever they say, I'm like,
Oh yeah, on accident.
on accident. It's by accident.
Yeah, that bothers me a little bit as well. Now that I think about it.
And when guys, okay, this is more of a, I guess, like a romantic one. When guys call you hun, Hun, hun.
Oh, I had a
Hey,
physical
hun.
reaction to that.
Yeah, hun. I do not like hun.
Oh, I don't
at
like that. I
all.
don't like that at all.
Hun is like the older guy at work.
Yeah,
who's-
some pet names I'm
Some
like,
pet names are like, what the fuck? No.
yeah, not the one. Not the fucking one.
Daddy.
I don't mind pet
Blech.
names, but I just don't like hun.
I don't think I use any pet names. I feel like it's too weird. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of dehumanizing.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I
See, I
mean?
quite
It's just-
like pet names. I find them affectionate, but they just can't make me cringe.
Some of
They've
them can be
gotta
nice. Absolutely.
My little blibbly blobbly blue blue.
God, I feel like I'd rather
Wow.
hear the pegging story than this. This is hard. This is giving me the ick.
This is
I'm
giving
getting
you
the ick.
You're getting the ick. I'm trying to think of more like romantic icks, like something if like I was on a date and someone did it. Like there's obvious ones like, but I feel like some of them are just, like if someone talks with their mouth full, if someone, like
Are those icks or those just etiquette?
just general things that anyone would be like, oh, that's kind of grim. Like with this website, it feels like it's meant to be more kind of random things. Someone being a SoundCloud rapper gives me the ick. Like random
There's
stuff
been
like
some
that.
good
someone
musicians
said.
born out of
I
being
mean,
SoundCloud
TikTok dancing
rappers.
certainly gives me the ick.
Oh, TikTok
Like,
dancing, yeah.
like
Even
watching
worse
it-
than TikTok dancing is TikTok lip syncing
yeah.
over a sound.
Oh,
That
okay. But
gives
sometimes
me
that
the
can be
ick.
done well if it's
It
got
can
like
be
a funny
done well.
context.
It can be done well, but like if it's just
But
like
just someone doing like all these arm
Yeah.
things, and I'm just like,
if you're doing all the arm stuff and like you're like talking out a Rick and Morty clip or something, like fuck you,
oh god, I do find some cosplay does give me the ick as well. Some cosplay's dope, some cosplay's really cool, but some cosplay I'm just like, this ain't.
Like,
This ain't it,
what's an
Chief.
example?
What's an ick cosplay for
Like
you?
having a Rick and Morty cosplay usually is going to give me
yeah,
the ick.
you know what? I
I
gotta
think
agree with you
When
there.
like there's like it's when the cosplay goes beyond and it's like now acting out the thing, and it's like,
yeah,
God, I don't know. Maybe that's a bit of ick, a bit of cringe, but I don't like the word cringe, and I don't really like thinking things are cringe because I think it's like kind of usually quite a
But it
demeaning,
is-
bullying
it is a
kind of
thing.
thing.
It is
But it is a bit cringe.
A bit cringe.
Yeah.
I thought of another one, and I feel like this is quite a specific thing, so it fits the whole kind of ick thing.
Okay.
I hate it. I get the ick when you are watching something with someone. So this could be a romantic thing, and they keep turning to you and looking at you when they think something funny's happened, and they want you to like react to it. So
I
you have
hate
to keep
that.
telling them, like, yeah, oh, that's really funny, and they just keep like looking at you for your reaction. It's like, stop, leave me alone. So I'm not performing for you. Let me just watch the fucking show.
Equally, people who talk to you while it's happening.
I
Fuck
fucking
off.
hate
I'm trying
that.
to fucking watch it.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
concentrate.
I feel like you need to figure out watching etiquette between the people you're with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Assumption is no one's saying anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Assumption should always be no one's going to say anything unless you've priorly discussed we're going to have fun and watch this and just chat.
Yeah.
I thought of another one. Oh my God. Maybe the biggest fucking ick a guy could ever do
All right.
is call his parents mummy or daddy. You know,
my
like,
God.
especially like posh boys when they say like, oh, I'm going to see mummy and daddy this weekend. Oh, that is the biggest fucking ick. Nothing
don't-
would turn me off quicker than that.
I don't think I've called my parents mummy or daddy for maybe like 14 years, like maybe like longer. I'm trying to think like I was like a young teenager's like the last time it's ever happened.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking crazy.
It's meant to
still
be
do it.
Yeah.
what you call them when you were a kid. When grown adults call their
Yeah.
parents mummy and daddy, it
Yeah.
grosses
that
me
is-
out.
That's weird.
It's
That's-
I mean,
so
do you-
fucking
do you-
creepy.
I feel like 50% of the time I call my parents mum or dad,
Yeah.
and then
Mum or
50% of the
dad
time I
for
just,
me.
I just call them their names.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't do
I
that.
never call them their name.
No.
No,
Never.
No,
that would be
never.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's odd to me.
no, I like it. It's nice. Again, I feel like calling people by their name, I feel like is very humanizing and isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like with Rams. I find it weird to call them their name. Makes
Yeah,
it more
I
like
find
what
it
I don't know.
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine calling my parents by their name.
It makes them real people and not just like these weird blobby.
Yeah.
Mommy, mummy. Call my mum fat Rat Harry.
Rabs, what?
Yeah, Rabs, what the
I
fuck,
would
Rabs? That was
never-
fucking rude.
I
That
would
was rude
never
as fuck.
insult your mother.
Wow, she's listening to the podcast. She's crying. She, you know, is
I love you,
sad.
Lydia's mum.
She's sobbing. I hope she's not
Pretty
listening to this. We're talking about
weird,
pegging. Stay away from this
Oh
episode,
yeah, you
Mum.
told your mum about pegging. You had to explain it to her, right?
Oh, did I? Have
Yeah.
I repressed that? When did I do that?
Well, I remember you telling me about it because I then tried to
Why have
ask
you
your
done
mum
that?
to peg me.
Why have you done this, Lydia?
I can't remember.
Why have you fucking done this?
I can't remember why I told my mum. She must have asked me what it was and I had to explain, but I can't even remember.
I think even PFAX weighed in on it.
Oh, I said about it on Twitter.
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
I tweeted.
Yeah,
I just had
yeah.
to explain to my mum what pegging was. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loved it. She was gay.
I don't think I'm ever having that conversation with my parents. I mean, that is just, I'm passing. I'm just be like, no, no, it stops here.
My mum looks at Twitter and all that stuff, so she's like seeing all this stuff, and then she wants to know what it means, and it's like, oh god,
Oh God.
oh god. But yeah, I think she was fairly. I don't know. She was fairly chill about it. I'm sure she'd help you out if you wanted it, Rabs.
Okay. All right. Time and a place.
Wow. That's a really lovely note. And I feel like we should wrap there.
Yeah,
That's a really,
Yeah.
what a kind offer.
What a kind offer.
Yep.
Wow, I guess we'll stay tuned for the pig update.
Yeah.
Apparently coming sooner than we thought.
I hope so.
Yeah, we've already sourced a lady.
Yep. Oh my God. Those exciting times. Things are moving fast.
Moving very fast in the space of one podcast.
Might even be the next episode.
Also, let us know what your icks are because I think they're funny. The more niche and specific they are, the better. I want to know
I
the
agree.
most niche. And also, guys, have a think before our next podcast. Any more niche icks you can think of?
Okay, I'll try. I'll keep. You know what? I'm gonna keep
Write
my
a little
eye
note.
extra out on.
I feel like I'm
general
going to notice
public.
things now. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm going to
Yeah.
notice things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
interesting.
but people are gonna have the most like insane icks though. They're gonna be like, I really hate it when people use the left side of their hand or something. Like, they use their left hand to wipe their brow. Or it's gonna be like really weird, specific, weird things that people are gonna send in, and it's
But they're
gonna
the
be weird as
best.
fuck.
The best ones are so. I remember watching a TikTok and someone had sent theirs in, and someone had said that their ick was when if a guy got hit by a car and then walked off and did a little jog to try and dust it off. That would be their ick. And it was like, what?
What the fuck?
Those are the best ones, which is like, when does that happen to you?
That's fucked.
Oh God. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to reading the ick list next week then.
Yeah, the ick list. Maybe we could call that, this one could be called the ick list.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah,
ick
yeah.
list.
The
Fuck.
ick list.
All right, send them in. You
Send
want to hear
them
them.
in.
Remember to rate and review the podcast, and also subscribe to subscribe to the podcast. rate and review the podcast, and also there's a patreon.com/0degrees where you can send us in some questions, and it helps support the podcast, and we appreciate and love you. Your questions have been very good. Please send them in.
Very high quality Patreon ones. We love
Yeah.
you, patrons. Be sure to keep sending in questions if you're just a normal
Patreon
listener.
or not, send in your questions. We love reading them. So there's been a load of them. So thank
There's
you
been a
very
lot.
much.
There's been a lot. The quality is, as always, variable.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know what you're
Never
going to get.
fucking know.
All right, we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
ya.
Bye-bye.
Mwah.